Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Wednesday, August 27th, 2025. And today we're going to do a video of six hay vehicles, um, and two vans and two trucks, which is really cool. Mayberry Mini Trucks has been in business for 15 years. We've imported over 8,000 mini trucks and we sell to people all over the United States. And we really do run a very tight ship. We have some protocol that we adhere to for all of our vehicles. For example, we always get them titled. And on that note, we got the law introduced to the North Carolina House and Senate and passed. We got the law passed and signed by Governor Cooper. So now mini trucks are street legal in North Carolina, and they have been for some time, but that's due to our effort. And we also service our trucks. We service what we sell. Now, what that means is, so we when we get the trucks in, like these just came in, and these are nice. These are nice. We just got these in, and we're gonna change the oil with full synthetic 5W30 engine oil, new air filter, new oil filter. We'll check the front differential fluid, the rear differential fluid, the transmission fluid, the transfer case fluid, the antifreeze in the radiator. We check the battery to make sure it's good. We make sure the four-wheel drive works and that the heat works. We make sure the truck runs well at normal operating temperature. And then we clean it. We get the title applied for, and we pay a guy to give it a good cleaning, not like a detail for your Corvette or anything, but a nice cleaning. And we deliver. We charge. I talked to a guy, John, in Indiana just an hour ago. Hello, John, and and he lives. Terre Haute, I think, something like that. Indiana, west of Indianapolis, about 20 miles. And so we'll deliver, it's $2.50 per mile one way. Here comes a vehicle. And so it's really not to, it's not a big money maker. It's to accommodate the sale of the vehicle. And that is why we do that. What else do we have to say that might be important? There's the Amazon deliverer. And let's see, what else? What else? Mayberry Mini Trucks does service what we sell. So, for example, mini trucks are very reliable. They're very reliable. I love them. They're wonderful. But if the air conditioning doesn't work, we don't fix it. If the radio doesn't work, we don't fix that. Somebody in the United States can fix your AC if it came with it. They very rarely come with air, so that is they're more for utilitarian purposes, not for accoutrements, not for things like air conditioning. But once in a while, you'll see it. But they're really made for getting work done for utilitarian purposes. And air conditioning does rob about 5 horsepower from the truck because it's got to turn that compressor. And let's see, what else? What else? Well, guys, I can't think of it. I know there's more to tell, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, here comes somebody else driving their vehicle. So let me see. Well, let me just go ahead and get started. Here we go. So this is a U62T, which is a Mitsubishi. There is the VIN number. If you like the vehicle that we're showing you, then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and make reference of that VIN number. Now, this has a lot of paint chips. These are all paint chips. So let's start by going around the periphery of the windshield here. Paint chips, paint chip, paint chips. The roof has paint chips. The hood has paint chips. That is bird dropping. Mm. So no real rust, no cancer. So this is rust, but it's where the paint flaked off and then it's surface rusted. That's what everything you have seen here is. All right, now let's look across the front of the vehicle for any damage. And this does not have any dings on the front. Let me look from this angle. Yeah, no dings on the front of the truck. When I say a ding, I mean like somebody lets go of a shopping cart and it goes bam, shopping cart ding. Now down the door pillar, looking very good. And the door is very, very straight. Beautiful. All right. Um, paint chip, paint chip. Some scratches here. Scratch, but no dings. It's a straight panel, and the front was also straight too. No body work, no shopping cart dings. Looking very good under here. Nice looking tire. And now the Amazon lady's probably wondering, oh, I hope I don't run this guy over. And all right, guys, this bedside panel is straight as a pin. Straight as a pin. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You have some seam rust. Seam rust is very common where the spot weld occurred. Now for the bed. This is dirt. This just came off the boat. So that is dirt, and these are scratches. So again, guys, the bed is straight as a pin. Very unusual. Now this has got to have dents. Nope, that's a shadow. Guys, this is straight. Unbelievable. Of all things that's going to get beat up, it's the tailgate. But that tailgate is straight. Now, this is a newer generation Mitsubishi, so it's 54 inches wide on the inside. Now, guys, this is remarkable. This bedside panel is straight. Straight. Scratch, scratch. Wow. This is a very, just, it's uncanny for a truck to have scratches, but no dings. Man, this thing, if anything deserves to be called a unicorn, this thing here is a serious contender if it were not for the scratches. Guys, we've got a few scratches here. It'll be interesting to see what the interior looks like. But what's so remarkable is that the body is so straight. So if you said, I like that truck, I want to tape it off and put a paint job on it, you would not have to purchase any Bondo. None. Just paint, which is very unusual. Looking for rust? There is none. Beautiful door panel. Beautiful seat. That is your 2-speed transfer case. That is your 4-wheel drive. Another beautiful door panel. No rust. We do have that's your e-brake, your emergency brake. We do have a split right there, about 4 inches long. And this is a 5-speed with a 2-speed transfer case. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see how many miles it has. Oh, okay, 4809. No. Hmm. Oh man, that odometer is really messing with me. I don't see a decimal point, but that has to be tenths. All right, guys, this is the first time I've ever had to do this. But maybe you can tell me what you think. But I do not see a decimal point, but there are always tenths on an odometer. So that would be 4809.1. But I don't want to say 5,000 kilometers. I just can't imagine that it would be that low. Okay, this has air conditioning. Wow. Look at that ashtray. Never even had change in there. Boy, what a nice truck. All right. Well, and it works. Pretty remarkable, guys. And the real question is that 3,000 original miles or is that 30,000 original miles? Either way, that's super low miles. But alas, I am flummoxed. I do not know. All right. Next, we have a Subaru Sandbar PV2 006. Yeah, 006716. Going around the perimeter of the windshield, looking for rust, and we have none. We have a ding there, ding there, ding there. Bird dropping there. Coming down the door pillar and the door. We have no dings. Absolutely beautiful. I really like this roof rack. That is cool. If you wanted to put like one of those, you know, Thule or X Cargo rooftop carriers, you could. You maybe even put two up there. Wouldn't that be neat? Or wouldn't it be cool if you could put like a camper top on there and then pop it up? But for that matter, you might as well just go ahead and sleep inside here because that seat folds down and becomes flat. Man, this is nice. Let's check this thing out. All right. Now, this door. Ding, 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 ding. I sound like I'm at my friend's door, ringing the doorbell. No dings. Nice wing on the back. Scuff? No, that's dirt. I take it back. All right. The back of this vehicle is ding free. Whoa. Did you, did you see that? Check this out. Now you've got a cover there, and you can put stuff under there. That is cool. That is so nice. Leave it to Subaru to do that. Look how pretty this panel is. No picks. Beautiful back here. Headliner looks fantastic. Supercharged ABS. Wow. All right. Here is a dent in the fender. because that fender is metal, or I should say bumper. This is beautiful across the top there. This is beautiful. Really nice ice and snow tires. Beautiful. The side of this door has one ding right there and one impression, a slight, very gentle. Actually, that's not an impression. That is not an impression. It is just a scuff, which I will say should buff out, but it is not an impression in the metal. So this is a step. Cool. Getting uptown. Nice. These seats fold forward like that, and then they flop over flat. That's pretty cool. And it's got seat belts for the rear seat. That's nice. You don't see that all the time. Those are your instructions on how to use the seats. Now, here's the inner fender. It is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. Look at the inside of this. Power windows. Look at that. Man, is this nice. Man, oh man, is this pretty. Oh, airbag. Huh, interesting. Power locks, power windows. Oh, I take it back. Those are not power locks. All right, let's start this thing up. Look at the tachometer on the supercharged Subaru Sandbar. 38,718. So that's like 24,000 original miles, guys. That is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Now, this says that it came with air conditioning. Oh, I heard it turn on. Let's see if it gets cold. All right, automatic. Man, oh man, is this nice. Rear heater, rear heater. Um, AT power. So that changes the shifting pattern of your automatic transmission, and the air conditioning does work. That's cold. So, guys, that is a 24,000 mile supercharged Subaru Sambar automatic van with beautiful interior and rear seats with seat belts and airbags. Airbags. Man, what a vehicle. Now, I'm going to ask, is this a unicorn? I really want it to be a unicorn because it's such a special vehicle. We also have a ding. I mentioned this, but we also have an impression right there. Okay. Can I call this a unicorn? You know, it's just not. It is not a unicorn. Man, I really am on the line with it, but I don't want. Now, that side is definitely unicorn territory. Man, so we have a ding here, 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 here. And over here, we had just a smattering of dings. Here, um, nothing on the back. We have that little dent right there. Oh man, I want to call this a unicorn so bad. Oh, it is a unicorn wannabe, guys. Not a unicorn, but what a beautiful, beautiful vehicle. That is so nice. All right, next we have a TT2. There is the VIN number. That's a four-wheel drive Subaru Sandbar. And I'm going to wrap this around the mirror so I can see the door better. Go around the perimeter of the windshield. Beautiful. Beautiful. No rust. Okay, so now I'm going to look for dents and dings. And we have one ding right here. And we have one ding right here. And that's it. Two dings on the front. Now coming down the door pillar, we are looking at the door and we have one ding right there. Tiny, tiny ding right there. And then we have one ding right there. And we have a beautiful aluminum wheel and an ice guard tire, which is pretty nice. So that is an ice and snow tire. It's actually got a special polymer in it to grip the ice and snow better. And it actually works. It's a lot like the Bridgestone Blizzak. Okay, so now we're going to look down the bedside panel. And it's got scuff marks, which will buff out. It's fairly heavy scuffing, so you would use rubbing compound first, and then you would use polishing compound after that. But I believe that will come out. Same thing here. Now this looks a little more. Um, I don't know that that would buff out. This looks good. Um, it has one ding, scratch, scuff, and there's the one ding. The back of the cab has a dent right there. Now let's look under the bed. That's surface rust right there. Okay, let's look at the door post coming down. We have two dings, three dings there, there, and there. Very small. The fuel door is there. There's a lever inside. Again, nice tires, nice wheels. Beautiful. Um, what was I saying? The interior door panel looks very nice. Look at that gold patina on that Japanese hardware. That means a lot. Beautiful. So, you guys, many of you, beautiful under there, just a little rub mark where the paint rubbed and surface rusted. Lots of you have, thousands of you have been with me for years. And look at that. Golly, that stuff's never even been used. And you've watched me be in the mini truck business and grow, become the nation's largest importer. And, we really just one person at a time, and we've enjoyed it. And then I handed it over to Hannah and Justin, meaning now they're managing the business. And I started sailing, and I'm back today. I've got my boat shoes on. I'm wearing linen shorts. Um, but I'm a sailor now, and my wife and I went to Cape Lookout, where the Cape Lookout Lighthouse is. It's absolutely magnificent. And we spent several days on anchor, just hanging out. And we're gonna start. I hope she comes with me. I do. But we're gonna start sailing, but like to the Bahamas and stuff. And I just want to enjoy life. I don't feel like I have to work, work, work to get rich. I want to enjoy the journey, not spike the football in the end zone. And so we were at Cape Carteret, and now, I'm going to go sailing again next week. I'm actually going to Maryland tomorrow, and then Georgia the day after that. Deliver a couple down into Georgia, and then on Saturday, I'm delivering one to Marion and one to Boone, and but and then I'm going back to sail some more. But I hope you guys don't mind me telling you about my sailing ventures because I mean I'm kind of personally tied to Mayberry mini trucks. I like it so much. I like to share what I'm up to with my viewers. So if that is not interesting, just let me know. And I don't have to tell about it, but I think maybe you might be interested in hearing about it. And if you're not, let me know. And I certainly don't want to mix mini trucks with sailing if it's not appropriate. All right. Now, this is the door panel. Looks very nice. We have a pick right there. No rust. Yeah. Beautiful. Same thing, just scuff marks. Nice looking seat. This is a four-wheel drive, 5-speed with an extra low first gear. It did come with air conditioning. Let's see if it actually works. Oh, there we go. Always make sure it's in neutral and you can let go of the clutch. Now that button was depressed. That's a good sign. It does not turn on. This air conditioning is not turning on. It has 61,233 kilometers, and that's about 38,000 original miles. Good low miles. It has drink holders. That is a big deal, guys. I don't know what took the mini truck companies so long to come out with drink holders. This is a nice truck. The air is not working. Okay, next we have a Subaru Sandbar, four-wheel drive van. Another four-wheel drive van. My. Justin he's nailing it with these K vans. Oh no, I do not believe it. Look at this. Again. Again. Unbelievable. No rust around the windshield. Look at the front of that, guys. That is flawless. Look how clear that headlight is. Coming down the door pillar, looking for any damage. Guys, this door is beautiful. It has one teeny ding right there. Look at that wheel. Nice tire. Beautiful. Beautiful. Man, look at this thing. It just shines. Okay, so we have a tiny, tiny ding right there. I mean, tiny. Oh man, that's so cool. I mean, that one was supercharged, but it had too many dings on it. I couldn't call it a unicorn. It kills me. Oh, all right. Okay, ding there. Man, this is nice. All right, now the back door. We have an impression right there, a dent there. This is a sandbar Tri XS. XS maybe from extra small. There's your windshield washer fluid nozzle. Guys, this back door looks really good. Let's open up this vehicle and look inside. Okay, so now the shocks are not holding itself up. They stop right there. I mean, they do hold it up, but it could be higher. So you might want to get some new shocks for it. You'll probably get those at the auto parts store. Although I don't know, but I wouldn't imagine why you couldn't. Okay. Very, very pretty inside. Man, is that nice. Now, coming around this side, look at all the glass on this thing. Look how much, I mean, a blind spot is not something you would say on this. I mean, this absolutely does not have blind spots. Look how pretty this plastic is. Man, it's so clear. Beautiful, beautiful wheel, beautiful tire, beautiful under here. And this door, being free, being free, being free. Man, that slide's so nice. Ooh. I mean, it's like butter. It really is. Man, look at that. Look at that. Drink holders. I love the drink holders because it took them long enough, but they finally. Now these seats do flip down, and this is a handle right here which flips up. It just gives the passengers in the back something to put their hands on. Man, that door works so nicely. Oh wait, ding free, ding free door. Unbelievable, guys. That panel looks so nice. Beautiful. Man, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful seat. Look at the floor mat. Unbelievable. Let me start this thing up. It's an automatic. Ah, wow. Look at that. Check that out right there. Supercharger. Man, that's nice. Oh, you couldn't see it. Sorry, guys. All right, watch that little vehicle. That green light has to do with the supercharger. Nice. Beautiful door panel. Magnificent. No rust. 66,000. No, 68,170. You need to fix right sliding door. Oh, it's disconnected inside. That's a very easy thing to fix. There's just a rod inside that's disconnected. So I'm undoing it from the inside. Yeah, it's super, super simple to fix. So this is beautiful. And this is like butter also. I mean, that's remarkable how easy closing that is. Look how beautiful that is. Let's see if the air works. Oh, I wonder what this is. Huh. I don't know. Okay, it did turn on. Now let's see if it works. Let's see if this should be a four-wheel drive. This is a KV4. Yes. Nice, nice. Man, this is nice. So the compressor did turn on, but let's see. Yes. Let's just try this supercharger. All right, here we go. I'm at a dead standstill. That is not getting cold. Now let's punch it and see what happens. Here we go. Guys, this has power. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. This thing really goes. Look at that turn radius. All right, here we go. One more time. Like, this is really important. But the air's not getting cold. So maybe you can get it working. It's something we don't really work on because it's such a simple thing for an American mechanic to do. All right, here we go. One, two, three, go. Hey, this thing's going. It's got nice power. The supercharger really does make a difference. There's no doubt about it. I like this thing. Guys, let me park this thing so I don't get myself in trouble here. I don't want to have an accident, especially with such a beautiful, beautiful vehicle like this. Oh man, this is so beautiful. Okay, guys, this is a unicorn if there ever was one. This is a unicorn. Absolutely beautiful. Guys, I have so enjoyed our journey um through the mini trucks and I can't remember what I brought up here. Actually, I didn't bring anything up here. I walked up here. So that concludes this video. And somebody just brought up a van. So and now we've got a new one up there, right there. But that's not going to be in this video. So guys, I really appreciate you watching our video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the thumbs up and also hit notification and then you'll be notified when we post a video. And it looks like we have Justin here uh, and he is in his mini truck, ready to. Is it the end of the day? It's the end of the day. Very good. So, how was the day here at Mayberry Mini Trucks? Wow, a busy day today. And we've got two supercharged Subaru sandbars up here. Two vans are supercharged. Now, the air does not seem to work on either one. And I told our viewers that we generally don't fix the air conditioning, but this white one is a unicorn, and this blue one here is a unicorn wannabe. And so we got some really nice vehicles, and the supercharged Subaru Sandbar vans are so nice. So good deal on those purchases. Exactly. Justin. Wow. That's good. Nice purchase on those Subarus. All right, have a good one. See you guys. Guys, thanks for watching our video. I appreciate it. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, you can call Justin at 336-983-07. Oh man. What is your phone number? 336. Oh man, I hardly ever call him. Hey Justin, what's your phone number? Your phone number. 336-970-3885. What can I say, guys? I'm 58. I think when you get a little older, you start forgetting stuff, but that's okay. I don't mind. I really don't. But I think that's what it is. My telephone number, however, I have not forgotten, at least not yet. 336-777-9957. And I do appreciate you watching our video. Thank you.